child, and so he wanted to spread his happiness to the world, and he was going more and more. He was really inspired, like a guru. You know, it's when an actor, there is something very ridiculous in actors, and I find also myself. It's something that I experience every time I also right now. It's like a schizophrenic dimension you experience, because you are here, but you are also there, and you are spread everywhere, and because you want to seduce people, and this is something can be wonderful, but it depends what you use to seduce people, because if you use Shakespeare or whatever has to do with great literature, it's great. But when you start to put yourself as yourself, I think I'm not enough. And this is because I wanted to become an actor, because it wasn't enough for me in reality. It was boring. It's all there. And this is the reason I discovered during the pandemic why I wanted to be an actor. And I tell you, it's not so great. It's not a big deal. It has nothing to do to wanting to be loved. I don't want to be loved. I just want to, because one thing is to be bored, but another thing is not boring people. For me, this is the most important thing, not boring people. Just to work, I hope, that they are not bored.
They don't seem very
No, but this experience, because I'm an actor, I'm working since when I was 20, and now I'm old enough to know that there is a danger in this profession, and it is that you like to hear your voice. And so if you want to interrupt me, please do it, because if not, I lose myself in my wonderful voice, and I speak in this way also to seduce. Of course it is, because speaking is always trying to seduce. When you speak, always you want to seduce, even though you are not an actor. And this has to do with the next step. When I read the script, because I've seen a lot of actors, I was really, really amazed from their hope, and I wrote a poem in English about hope, which I deliver. It goes like this: hope. Sorry, I was looking at this during the pandemic also. I was trying to hope. It's kind of a haiku, Japanese. Hope, nope, dope, rope. And this was my experience during the pandemic, because I wanted to die. I was bored to death. I remember many actors, many actors, especially public people, telling, oh, now the pandemic has gave me the possibility to share time with my family. I wanted to become an actor to escape from my family. To not stay at home. I understand Ulysses, why he wanted to stay in the war 10 years far from home. And so, everything I've seen during the pandemic on social media, because I like social media, I have to say, because I'm attracted from stupidity. And also from my stupidity, but because I don't want to, I don't judge people. I am among them, so I like to put a selfie that now I am in New York, and now I am in Tokyo, now I am here, and I like it, of course. has nothing to do only with that. It's just that I am here. I exist. I am because I am seen from other people, and this is the proof that I exist. So you know what I mean. But social media works like because you can be also not an actor. You can be everyone, and I could live without social media for that because I wanted to be an actor just because I wanted to escape reality because it wasn't enough, and so I gave to this role all what I have seen during the pandemic, you know, and it gives me the possibility to collect all those people, because there is not just one actor or one kind of people. There is also sportsmen, also people really, and this was wonderful because to me, okay, there is this situation of dry and pandemic and virus and so on, but what I was experiencing, it's something that has to do with postmodernity, which is when you are not sure if you are bored really from waiting for apocalypse happening, or you're bored because of witnessing this apocalypse every day, you know, and this is to me the core of this role. I mean, there are many layers in this movie, which is which you have seen. There are many topics, and so this was the first point, the possibility and we were also shooting we were still in the pandemic, because we were shooting this movie in 2021 from February till April, and we were making tests every day, COVID tests every day, so we were forced to be careful, of course. But in the end, and now it's clear for me today that I wanted to be an actor just because I wanted to have an escape, a way out, and not because just, of course, life is boring for an actor because there are many occasions to observe people, what happens in life, but you want rules, and when you have rules to play a game like acting, it's way better for me. So without being an actor, I would be lost. I mean, because it's unbearable in reality, especially the pandemic. This is proved, and if comes back pandemic, I don't give a shit. I want to go out. I don't want to think. No, because when I saw the movie for the first time, yes, it can be funny, but it's like First of all, I said, I suppose the fun thing I will never do again. You know, and it's really clear to me, because I don't know if it is still too near this what happened. I don't know what is for the audience, a movie like that, because I really I don't know. There are a lot of things. It's also a generous movie somehow, but this is just to say something about it.
No, and we'll hear from the audience on this very subject in a moment. But yeah, no, I wanted to. I mean, you gestured towards this a bit just now, but you know, it sounds like in the way that you were thinking about your character, it synthesized a lot of like observations that you made during the first year of the pandemic. And when I first saw the film, it seemed quite clear. On the one hand, it seemed quite clear to me that this is a film which is responding, if not to the novel coronavirus, COVID-19 itself, the fact of the pandemic and the sort of global situation, you know. But from a slightly more interesting, more oblique angle than if it had just been like a comedy about like a wacky plague or what have you. So I was kind of curious while you were all making the film, aside from just the fact of having to take the tests and the various precautions and so on, would you say that you were all sort of proceeding as though you were making a film which is kind of responding to COVID and the pandemic as a fact, or would you say that was I don't know. I guess it's hard for me to imagine.
No, to me, actually, it was wonderful to go back to the stage, you know, and because my profession needs to be on stage, so whatever I could play was welcome, you know, because first thing was that with the pandemic, an actor can't work, you know, and this is because I was refusing every contact through social media, internet, and I wanted to disappear and to be silent, to be with myself. So for me, the movie is not an answer to what was happening,
yeah.
You know, because I don't feel you can. To me, it's still not clear what has happened with this situation, you know. But I think the good thing of this movie is that because everybody has his own pandemic, personal pandemic, you know. This is my way to show off what was for me as an actor, because I was playing also the role of an actor who is not working, and that's what happens when you are not on stage, that you become to think you are God, or you are a guru, or you are everything, you know. And this is, I think, is, you know, I don't know if I'm answering to your question, but it's not a response. It's not a response. No, I was not thinking, oh, I'm doing something good for society.
No, not quite that, but more just sort of like, I don't know whether you sense that it was on everyone's minds on this like abstract level, you know, beyond just the practical. Like, I have to take a COVID test this morning. I have to wear a mask under these conditions, you know, because it seems to be just the way that the film goes about depicting this drought, just, you know, inevitably conjures, I think, very short-term memories people have had of you know what they were dealing with just months ago. So, yeah.
But what I can say when I saw the movie is that there is hope, but not for us. You know what I mean? Because I was expecting, okay, it's wonderful, the rain, and all those moments will be lost in time. But the rain, or which are like tears in the rain, these are tears for human cases, like in a talent show, you know, for me. Because when I see this movie, I see these people like in a zoo, in a zoo garden, you know, like really in un manicomio, come si dice?
In a madhouse.
In a madhouse. Really, it seems to me that we are in a madhouse, and so you have to do something because, and also, you know, what touches me is when the come si chiama il fisico che viene a Roma, the man who is laying in the bathroom with Monica Bellucci. at the beginning he started to say, well, we can do that, this and this and this, and then all these illusions fade out. You know, they are destroyed. And Rome, it's great in this way because it's so whole. Rome, it can destroy every illusion. You know, this is something I experienced because Rome, you know, it's really like an old lady. Rome. This is a word from I don't know if from Fellini or, but great artist. We're telling Rome destroys every illusion. So he comes to Rome. The man who was meeting Monica Bellucci at the beginning with all these ideas, and then no, you know, they are pouring champagne in the water. So, and just for quoting again, David Foster Wallace, this is water. This is water. This is water. So, there are a lot of things we can say about this this movie, but mostly it's like a scientific perspective of. I mean, it's not so far from reality for me. This movie is not fantasy.
Yeah, that's why when you're describing it as like a trip to the zoo, it's
Yeah, it is.
But I'm also thinking but perhaps we all live in the zoo because I think that's just reality in general. But anyway, I want to make sure that we hear from the audience because we don't have so much time. So if you have a question, please raise your hand. We'll bring you a microphone, and I think we only have time for one or two.
Okay, I don't need a mic.
You do need a microphone.
No, I've got a stage voice.
No, because we're recording this.
Oh, well, even so. Thank you. Now it's going to be bad. So, in the stage, when you were on stage, have you ever done Chekhov?
Yes.
I felt that Dry had a Chekhovian kind of feel to it, where people would say what they said, and then someone else would say what they said, and they weren't actually they were crossing each other in their dialogue.
Sì. No, è così. By the way, io amo molto Chekhov. I love very much Chekhov, more than Tolstoy and Dostoevsky, because it shows, so to say, normal people with, because
with their miscommunication.
yeah, I was playing the seagull, and namely the role of the writer, the favorite, come si chiama, Trigorin.
Yeah.
Trigorin, sì, e questo mi ha aiutato molto, quel ruolo, anche per fare questo.
And playing that role in the seagull helped me a lot in performing this role.
Perché è uno scrittore fallito,
Because he's a failed writer.
e questo è un attore fallito,
And the character here is a failed actor.
e non riesce ad accettare che è un fallito.
But he can't accept the fact that he's failed.
Quindi sì, e c'è per me in questo film anche uno sguardo compassionevole nei confronti dei personaggi.
So on the one hand you're right, but on the other hand there's also a compassionate gaze toward the characters in this film.
Non c'è giudizio da parte del regista.
The director isn't judging them.
E per questo sì, ti rispondo che Chekhov è stato molto utile come riferimento.
So in short, the answer to your question is yes, Chekhov is very useful as a point of reference.
Sì.
Did you think of having dope and bope in your little poem too?
One question, please.
That was just a little throw up.
This is going to be the last question.
Grazie alla Repubblica. Happy Republican Day not Republican, but Republic Day, which is in Italy this year. Una cosa che mi ha molto colpita, emozionata, something that touched me very much, è stato la bellezza dei personaggi, ma anche la diversità che non si vede tanto nel film italiano, che è una cosa molto nuova, lo so perché sono molto collegata all'Italia. One thing that touched me.
You're really not coming across very clearly.
Okay, so should I repeat my question?
Louder.
Ok, sure. Una cosa che mi ha colpita è stata la diversità dei personaggi, che è una cosa nel cinema italiano che non si vede tanto. E non solo nella diversità, ma anche dei diversi tipi. E lo so perché io sono molto collegata all'Italia, dunque queste cose lo so molto, sto vedendo anche un po' un cambiamento. One thing that touched me very much in this movie is the diversity of the characters, which is something that's very new in Italian movie making. And the way it was done, it was a true representation of diverse characters. And I know this very strongly because in America we talk about it, but in Italy it's very, very new. And this is the first time I'm seeing this, so I'm wondering, on some levels, if it was intentional, se c'era un intento di dare una visione un po' più realistica e equitabile in questo genere nuovo di riflettare, diciamo, la vera, o diciamo l'Italia che sta crescendo o che sta evolving, è la parola giusta.
Tanto grazie per le cose che ha detto.
First, thanks to the things that you just said.
Il film, come ha visto, è corale
As you can see, it's an ensemble film.
e credo che siano stati scelti proprio con attenzione gli attori per questi ruoli,
And I think that the actors were very carefully chosen for these roles.
proprio perché il film è corale, come ho detto.
Exactly because it's an ensemble film.
E io penso che in Italia abbiamo veramente tantissimi bravi attori.
Italy is a country full of great actors.
E credo che stanno aumentando le possibilità per mostrare quanti attori bravi ci sono in Italia, capaci proprio, ecco.
And I believe that there's an increase in the possibilities for us to show how many really great actors there are.
Perché si tratta di questo, appunto, di creare proprio possibilità attraverso il fare veramente molti film, cioè questo è vero, insomma, anche la quantità di film che si fanno che permette a molti attori di mostrare le loro qualità.
And it's actually just through the making more and more films actually makes it possible for us to show the ability and the talent of all these actors that we have, and the many actors that we have.
E quanto alla risposta sull'Italia, quanto a quello che ha detto sull'Italia, che è un buon segno, io questo non lo so, sinceramente non saprei dirlo, darei una risposta molto ovvia, no.
And as for your saying that this is a good sign from Italy, I really wouldn't know. I really couldn't say. Any answer I give would be just kind of obvious.
It reflected less of gli stereotipi tipici che si vedono nei film
Gli
italiani.
stereotipi, andando oltre gli stereotipi. Cioè, se questo film va oltre gli stereotipi. che
No,
si
nel
vedono.
senso non ha fatto quello.
Dei film italiani?
Nel senso di riflettere, diciamo, un cast di gente di tutti i giorni, invece di specifico, stereotipico. Questo era diverso in questo film, nel senso positivo.
Ma non lo so, perché un film non deve essere necessariamente l'imitazione di una realtà, della realtà.
I'm not sure about that because a film shouldn't necessarily be an imitation of reality.
Perché la realtà ha dei codici suoi il film deve permettere anche di essere un modo di conoscere la realtà, ma non deve essere necessariamente un'imitazione della realtà.
You know, because I think reality has codes of its own. I think film should be a means by which you're able to know reality, but not an imitation of reality.
Anche perché dare una risposta veramente no, veramente non lo so, però ecco, posso dire una cosa, gli stereotipi sono necessari per poter arrivare a un altro punto.
One thing I will say is that stereotypes are needed in order to reach a point beyond that.
Sì, vanno conosciuti molto bene, non vanno sottovalutati,
We shouldn't underestimate the value of stereotypes.
cioè non sono per l'originalità a tutti i costi.
I don't believe in originality at all costs.
No, no. No. Non so se ho risposto.
I hope that. Yeah, I'm afraid I have to jump in because we have to end it there for now. But Tommaso's going to be back tomorrow night. Perhaps we can continue the discussion then.
Luckily, because I don't know what to do.
Thank you.